Hey everyone, and welcome back as it's turning to be nighttime. So, in today's episode, we're going to be standing here admiring this whole area that we built up. Just look at this. You can really see the vision I'm going for here. I really hope this is kind of starting to come across to all you guys as this is stretching out. That mountain range is disappearing into the distance, and it's looking really freaking cool at nighttime here. We got our forest going to be coming in across here through the lower areas, kind of stretching up into the mountain a little bit there. And then we're going to have the town going off up in that direction. I think it's going to be so cool. But there's a reason why we're starting today out with anything on our hotbar. This little grass right here should give you a little bit of an idea of what's going on. So the reason why this is a different color is because it's a different biome. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be going into creative mode for the second time today, or for the second time ever in the history of building with fWhip. And that is because we're going to be changing the biome of these guys. And the only way I know how to do it at a decent rate without potentially screwing up the chunks of things like that and causing them to reload through using another third-party program is we're going to be jumping into game mode 1 here and using world edit. So we can go ahead and do this. You can see the biome coloring right there. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to go here and go to this side of it, go / position 1 like that. And then we come over here and we go ahead and say grab to like right here, / position 2. And then we do / set biome, and you'll see right here it gives you a little bit of a thing going right there to do it. And we're going to do swampland. And so we just changed the biome for all 2,277 blocks right there. But we got to do something right here. We have to rejoin and reopen the world to see what it's going to do. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and hopefully Minecraft doesn't crash or doesn't screw anything up here. We're doing it live. I did not back this up. I probably should have done that before, but we'll see how this works out. We should see a difference in the grass color. There we go. So you can see we missed a few little places right here like this. So / position 1, and then we go over here, / position 2, and then set biome swampland. So the first time we actually came in here and changed or went into creative mode was because, I'm actually going to leave that. I kind of like that coloring transition. Basically, I just don't want it in these large areas like this. I like that being a lighter and then kind of getting darker as we're going up into the mountains because it makes it look more damp. We're basically going to be very selective with where we're changing the biomes here. So basically what we're going to do, / position 1 like that. And we're going all the way up here to do this. So the reason I'm doing swampland is 1, it's the major thing in this area. And 2, it is not that different from anything else in the area. It doesn't cause any changing in spawning and things like that compared to anything else, and it's kind of what we have here already. So we're going to come over here and do this as I'm being very distracted, and then we're going to do set biome swampland. So that's going to change all that stuff, and we can jump out of the game right here and just verify it real fast that it worked. I don't mind little patches, I just don't want those long things like that. But anyways, the first time we did this is because when we did a stream a long while ago where we were killing the Ender Dragon, farming him up, and getting everything there working. And we're going to spawn in all of the different end portal things. And that was kind of the goal for that stream, was we were going to do just this really cool little mini stream where we killed Ender Dragons for basically 3 hours. We killed like 20 of them. And none of those spawned portals. For some reason, our end dimension got bugged and could no longer spawn portals. So what I had to do was I had to completely reset the end dimension. Sorry, I'm trying to type here and talk at the same time. But I had to completely reset the end dimension, swampland. And then we were able to start killing Ender Dragons again, and they were spawning portals. So basically what I did was I hopped into creative and built up enough portals through killing Ender Dragons in creative with like a power 5,000 sword, or sharpness 5,000. Power is bows. Yeah, sharpness, it was like a sharpness 1,000 sword. So I just killed the Ender Dragon instantly in one hit multiple times. And that was the only other time we've used creative because it was kind of a bug in the game and we couldn't actually do it. There was something messed up with the JSON files, and the Ender Dragons were no longer spawning all of the cool stuff that we needed. So just going to verify here that this is working how we want it to. The only weird part about this is we can't make a biome brush, but I think that's okay having a little bit of like a lighter grass patch right there as it kind of transitions between the two. It's kind of weird, but I think it's okay. I think that'll be totally fine. Let's go ahead and check over here and verify everything's looking fine and dandy. Yeah, we're good. Cool. So that's basically everything we're going to be doing in creative mode. because this one right here is a transition between those two biome colors again. I basically just don't want the random lines going through our current biome. So let's go ahead and go down here and get out of creative mode. So we're going to go game mode 0 like that. And we got our Elytron, so we didn't take any damage. Bam, 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 bam. And yeah, we're good to go now. We got everything here set up. What we're going to be working on next is another little mini project. Today's episode is really based around mini projects. I don't really know what I want to be doing. Basically, building up the mountains. I love how much they look, but they took probably 20 to 30 hours of my time last week to do all that stuff. And it was just a lot of work for me. And I'm really wanting this episode to be a little bit more chill and kind of just hanging out with you guys here. So what I wanted to kind of start working on next was planning out a few trees and things like that over in this area. If we got all of our shulker boxes down here, and also you can see we only have 4 shulker boxes of dirt full. These are all empty. So I got to do another big old dirt mining session here pretty soon. But let's go ahead and do this. Where is we have a spruce wood dedicated box now. Where is that guy? These are all leaves. We could use some leaves. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. We're probably going to be building a lot of trees. Not a lot of trees, but some trees. There's all of those supplies. Also, this is all the andesite I have in this entire world. So we got to go do a bunch of mining here soon to get some of that stuff ramped up and kind of back into our inventory. Do we have any oak fences around here? I guess they'd be in this box. We got 35. We can make some stuff. We're good. Let's go and do this and craft as many as we can right there. Another 15. Yep, that's math. 35 plus 15 equals 50. Look at me mathing. Yeah. So as these trees go up the mountain, we're going to make them smaller and smaller. So we want to basically cover this whole area right here with trees and kind of have them working up into the area. We're going to go ahead and land on this guy real quick so I can kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. So this hill is probably going to be a long, like big steep hill that kind of goes around that way, and the mountains kind of fade off into the distance and kind of go down there. Because I want this to be more of the end of the mountain. We're going to have like a sharper hill kind of ending it out there. But yeah, so we're going to be covering this whole lower area here in some trees and turning it into a forest more like that section. I think it's going to make the mountains above it look super cool. We're going to maybe throw like one more tree up in that area, probably like another little oak, birchy tree, aspen tree right there. And maybe, I don't know, maybe like another one right in that area. But I do want to go ahead and bring the snow down a lot more. I just need to go ahead and do that. We might do that later on. But yeah. So right now, we're going to go ahead and go down here, and we're going to leave shulker land alone. Shulker box land is going to stay there for now. And we're going to go bam, 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 and boop, boop, like that. I think this will be a pretty good shape for one of these guys right here. We can go ahead and break this grass block and do boop, boop, and boop. I think that'll be pretty good for one of those right there. We can do that, and we can bring another one back into here. So we're in boom, 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 and bam, 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 and bam. That'll be a good spot for that guy right there. We can do that little bit. So we got 2 right here, and I like doing these in odd numbers. I think I've kind of explained the reasoning behind that to you guys before. So we're going to go ahead and do another one right out here and do something like this. Yeah, I think that'll be pretty good for this area for those guys. We got 3 of them in there, and then they're going to come basically out 2 blocks in each direction around them, or 3 blocks. That's kind of their general size. So we're going to go ahead and throw one of you guys right here. One you right there, then we'll do bam and bam, and I'm thinking probably one right there. I think that'll be pretty good for this area. We can always add more trees later in if we want to, and we could also, let's go ahead and throw some right up in this area. Let's go ahead and do that, and we can kind of have them going up into the mountain, because it would be kind of weird if they're just staying down in that low region. So we want to have the trees also kind of coming up a little bit into this region and also kind of hiding that transition period between the grass going up into the mountain. If we really wanted to go crazy here, we could obviously come back in and start bringing in a bunch of gravel and kind of using that as a transition material. It might not be a bad idea to do that. I'm just not really set on wanting to do that quite yet. So that's why I've been holding off on that. But yeah, that's something we will probably do in the future at some point. It'll just kind of depend on when we can actually get around to doing it. So what we're going to do is bring in another one right here. But yeah, let me know what palette you guys want to see for this area, because I'm really down to kind of mess it up and really make this super messy and look like gravel spits, snow spits are coming down. Or not spits, but like erosion channels. So I'm really looking forward to kind of messing with those things. And we're going to go ahead and start making the trees a little bit smaller as we come up into this area. We don't want it to look like these massive, massive trees are the same size going all the way up the top, because then we lose that sense of grandeur that the mountain kind of was presenting itself as, being this massive, massive forest. If the trees are like 15 blocks tall, the mountain instantly looks smaller. So we want to make sure the trees are to scale as we're working up the mountain here. That's kind of a tip I picked up from Jancy a little while ago, watching him build some mountains way back when, like a few months ago, he was building his, and he just made these tiny, tiny spruce trees way up at the top, and it looked really cool. Realistically, though, the mountain for him was only like, I think it was only up to there. I don't think he went all the way up as tall as we're doing here, but it looked really, really massive. Like it probably looked like it was taller than what we have here, just because of the play, like he was playing with your mind with the size of the trees. And I thought that was a really, really cool idea. So we got 3 in here, and I'd like to throw 2 more. So we're gonna go ahead and do one guy right here and do boom, boom. And we can go ahead and do something like right down here, bam, bam, bam. And we'll go ahead and do something like this, and bam, right there. We'll have like a really big one because we want to mix it up and add some variation still. We don't want these to be just kind of like hard locked in their specific sizes. So we got 4 right now. Let's try and get 6 spruce trees in here. I know we're breaking our odd number thing, but I think it's going to be worth it. I think we're going to be able to get it really, really cool in this area. So we're going to go ahead and do something like that. And then we can come over here and add another one right down here at the water line. I think that's a good way of doing it. Just kind of adding them down lower to the water and kind of having some of the roots. I don't know, maybe we could have like the root on this guy kind of coming out into the water a little bit. Let's get that coarse dirt back. That stuff is valuable. So we can go ahead and do something like that. It'd be very, very cool. And we're looking pretty good here now on these trees. Let's go ahead and go over here and sleep. I know, before anybody says it that didn't watch the beginning of the video, it's gonna say creative mode, but it's because we were doing stuff to get, no, it's not. It's just gonna say we went in survival. Haha, we're good, it's fine. Oh, I got still texture variation, the crap out of that thing. But yeah, if you guys like this kind of shorter, smoother style of episode, you'll have to let me know, because I'm kind of having fun doing it. I'm not gonna do this very often just because I feel like I owe you guys a certain amount of progress in each episode. Not that I owe you. There's a siren coming by. Let me wait just a quick sec. All right, sounds like it's gone. What was I saying? Something. Yeah, this style episode. If you guys like it, you'll have to let me know, because I think for me, every once in a while, being able to just kind of step back and chill with you guys and talk here for a little bit, I think it's gonna be a great way for me to not keep sanity, but mix things up for myself instead of doing the same style, where it's kind of a refresher for me, and I feel like it'll probably be a refresher for you guys as well. So you guys will have to let me know what you think about that. I think I might actually try and get a time lapse squeezed into the end of this episode today, just because I feel like it'd be kind of fun to go ahead and mess around with some of these new trees and try and get some of them built up as much as we can, because there's gonna be a lot of trees in this area. This is gonna be a lot of trees. And basically, I'm at the point right now where I'm waiting for 1.13 to come out. This is just random thoughts from Whip episode. That's what we're doing. I'm waiting for 1.13 to come out so we can start working on a new project. I don't really know quite yet what it is that we're going to be doing, but I really want to go ahead and take a small break from this guy right here and just kind of work with something using the new 1.13 blocks, because I feel like it could be a fun way of leaving the mountains for just a little bit and working on maybe like an ocean transformation thing. Maybe we try and get one of those obelisks set up and make like a coral reef or something like that. I feel like that could be a cool way of messing with those new blocks, is working on a custom coral reef using the new coral blocks and all that stuff. I think that could be really fun. We'll see kind of what it ends up turning out to be. We might just go ahead and make like a coral reef out in front of our castle. I think that could be kind of cool. These are the last 2 ones we have, and how that's 50 trees. Why am I building 50 trees? I placed down 50 oak fences here. I didn't even get this area. Oh my God, that's gonna be a lot of trees, guys. That is gonna be a heck of a lot of trees. But yeah, as you can see, it's gonna take us a while to get there. Let's go ahead and just turn all of you into some wood, and turn all that into oak fences, and we'll go back here. Like I said though in the last episode, it's about slow progress and working up to things, because this right here will look amazing once all these trees are in, guys. Oh my gosh, this is gonna look really, really cool. So we're gonna go ahead and come up here. So we got 2 of the little guys so far, and we want to make it into an odd number. So maybe we'll do like 3, 4, and 5 right there. And what if we brought another spruce tree right into this area? So we go ahead and do something like this and just kind of make this guy super tiny. We don't want this one to be too big at all. That other one we have over there, I feel like is a little too big almost. So we'll go ahead and do something like that just for the root base for him. And I think that's going to be a great way to kind of start all this stuff out. But yeah, this has been me blabbing on for quite a long time now. And I think what I want to do, honestly, is I want to just get in here, get some building done, and see how many of these trees I can tackle and just kind of complete them all. And I think this forest is going to look freaking insane. I'm not going to complete them all. I don't know why I said that. I'm going to try and complete as many as I can. Let's say I will put 2 hours on the clock, and we're going to go with that. So I will see you guys on the other side of this here time lapse. All right, guys, welcome back to another time lapse. So today's comment or question of the day is coming in from Tagish, and they're asking, will you update to 1.13 when it releases or once Optifine is released for it? Also, they ask, I think it'd be cool to cool having a glacier that's retreated from the lake on the left side of the mountain where you're unsure what to do with it. I think that's just farther up to the right of what we're looking at right here. I think that actually would be a cool idea, but first for the release of 1.13, we're going to be updating as soon as that releases. I can't wait any longer. I want to mess with those new blocks and things like that. I'm really tempted to mess with pre-release 2, but I just don't want to screw up the world at all. I know people have been having lighting glitches and things like that, so I really just want to wait for the official version to make sure nothing else gets screwed up, because, you know, I would be a very, very sad person if this whole world got screwed up with how many hours and months and a year of work we have, and it'd be really, really sad to see if we had to revert back to an old save or something. Speaking of which, I should really go back this up. As far as the glacier goes, I actually think that's a really cool idea. A bunch of other people left comments like this as well. I just chose Tagish out here because he had multiple questions, and also I haven't had a comment or question of the day from him yet, so I'm trying to get new people in here as well. But anyways, yeah, I think a glacier would be cool. I don't know where we'll do it. I want to make a glacier, if we do one, as something much larger than these mountains, because glaciers usually stand out. They're much larger, but I think it'd be really cool because this valley, somebody else mentioned, I'm blanking on who, but it really looks like that it kind of had a glacier melting, going through it and smoothing out the terrain. So it kind of makes sense to have one up there as well, kind of back into the distance. So I think it'd be really cool to have kind of a steeper valley and then a big frozen glacier up at the top of that. That's something we can look at in another day. Moving forward, we got a lot of stuff left to do. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. I'm gonna have to end this guy out here just as we keep going through it. It's been a lot of work, but it's been a really fun episode. We got a lot of stuff done. Thanks for listening to me blab for so long. Hit that like button if you did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you loved it, and I will catch you on the flip side.